how much you need to save for retirement? It's a simple question, but can be a complicated answer because there are so many variables to consider. That's where a financial advisor can help. Joining us now is Dylan Bond. He's the owner of Bond Financial Services, and he's here to share more. But first, before we talk finances, let's talk about that beard you're growing.
I'll tell you, it started off as a joke at the office when the Red Sox clinched the playoff spot. And ever since, it's just been an ongoing fun thing. We're having a lot of fun with the clients with it. And last night they beat Verlander, which is Detroit's biggest or best pitcher. So it's working. We're having a lot of fun with it. I'm just hoping they sweep the World Series so we can get on with life and shave this thing. But it's been a lot of fun.
It's an impressive beard.
Yeah,
and
it's amazing.
You're wondering, when you grow a playoff beard, are you allowed to trim it? This is something we want to ask our viewers.
I'm afraid to touch it because you look at Napoli last night. He hit the home run to win the game. That guy's got a lumberjack beard, and I don't think he's trimming his. So I don't want to do anything.
Jinx it,
I don't want to
exactly.
jinx it. Yeah. So.
Well, I have to say it's a nice looking beard, Dylan.
It's been fun. It's been a lot of fun.
So let's talk finances. Aside from growing beards and being a Red Sox fan, what do you do, Dylan?
Well, basically, we're working and focusing our time on working with people that are at or near retirement, usually about 50 or older. And really, what we're trying to do is sit down with people, figure out what they've done up till now, and then get a feel for when they plan to retire. What kind of different types of tools will they have to use in retirement, like Social Security, pensions, IRAs, 401ks, and get a good feel for what they're doing now and see if we can't start getting them to think about planning for retirement sooner than the day they retire, so they know what they're stepping into rather than having a very stressful scenario when they're walking out the door and then trying to figure out what they should be doing with their money.
Well, I'm not near 50, but I have anxiety now about retirement, so I can't imagine if it's really getting there. So you want to make sure that people are calm, relaxed, don't have anxiety about that.
Anxiety is a great word. I mean, there's so many people out there today that have gone through, especially if you're 50, 55, 60 years old. The last 10 years has been quite a roller coaster ride. It's created a lot of anxiety for people, and most of the people that we're working with, they're hardworking American taxpayers that spent their whole life saving money. They've gone through some big ups and downs in their 401k plans over the last 10 years. 2008, a lot of people lost almost half the value of their 401ks. And what we're trying to get people to do is realize you don't have to ride those big swings in the market. There are other things that you can do that can reduce risk and still continue the potential for a reasonable rate of return, so that if the next 2008 comes along, and you're supposed to retire that year, you're not going to be put in a situation where you have to work anher 5 years.
Oh, good news.
Yeah,
and that's giving people a lot
good.
of hope. That's great. Now, who is someone that you would like to work with, someone that you'd like to help?
Ultimately, what we're looking to do is sit down with as many people as we can that have questions about what they're doing, that might not feel like they have a specific plan. A lot of people are just putting half their money in the stock market, half their money in the bond market, and hoping things work out. We like to take a little bit more of a grassroots approach, if you will, and when we sit down with somebody for the first time, we're simply talking to them to learn as much about them as possible, so that I can then put myself in their shoes, knowing what I know, and then tell them what I'd do if I were them.
Right. Now that brings us to the next topic, which is the initial meeting with you. And that's really what it's all about, is just getting to know their situation. What is it that comes out during that first initial meeting?
First of all, so many people are when it comes to meeting with a financial advisor, they're so concerned. They've been through some bad experiences where they've been arm wrestled into something, things like that. And what I'm looking for really is to sit down with somebody with nothing more than a pen, a pad, and a calculator and get to know them. If I'm going to be their advisor for the next 20 years and have our relationship built on the right foundation, we don't want to rush into anything. We want to make sure that we agree with the philosophies that we're thinking about, and B, we want to make sure that whatever type of accounts we use, we understand why we're using them and how they work. So many people out there get sold accounts, they have no idea how they work and the fees and expenses they're paying, and it's amazing out there.
And it can be very intimidating, that initial meeting, because you think you have to bring your pay stubs and bring all these documents, and as it is, you don't even understand half of what you're going to learn. So it's nice to It's just a piece of paper, a pen, and a calculator. Simple as that.
I use nothing more than a pen, a pad, and a calculator, but it would help if they did bring their pay stubs and most recent account statements, only because a lot of times they think they have one type of an account, but when you look at the statement, it's very clear it's a different type of an account.
Yeah, and you can help them understand that better.
And I can help them understand it.
Now, you have some seminars that are coming up, Dylan. Tell us about those.
Yeah, we have a couple coming up in Hamden at the La Cucina de Hamden House. That's going to be November 12th and the 20th. And we're also doing our last golf seminar of the year. That's tomorrow morning. I know it's late notice, but we still have a couple of spots left. I think we have the availability for 2 more foursomes. If anybody's interested out there, call George at 413-754-4747, and he can take it from there.
George and Dylan growing those beards.
Yep.
And helping with finances.
Go Red Sox. It's going to be a lot of fun. I hope they win tonight.
Go Red Sox. Hey, because of your beard, I think it's going to go great.
I think it is
Don't
too.
trim it. All right, Dylan, thanks so much.
All right.
Nice to talk to you.
Nice to talk to you.
And you can visit bondfinancialservices.net or call 413-754-4747 and let Dylan Bond and his staff take steps to secure your financial future.